The new Tundras that came out in 2022 are literally revolutionary for Tundra. They've had practically the same body style and lighting from 2007 up until 2021. And with the new 22 models, everything has changed. In this video, we're going to give you an up-close look at these headlights and explain exactly how the light bar works, how to get it on your truck, and how bright is it really. Before we dive into the light bar, first let me set the stage with these headlights because they are insane. Like I said, these are brand new headlights for 2022 and up, and they're completely different than anything Toyota's ever done before. In fact, the entire truck is chock full of new technology that we're not used to seeing in Toyotas. What you see here is the premium quad projector blacked out LED headlights. But on the entry-level version of these trucks, you get an LED reflector headlight. Kind of looks more like some of the older style, but in the same shape as the new Tundra front end. You can get the quad projector blackout headlights on some 1794 trucks, limited edition, platinum, and of course the TRD Pro like this one. The biggest difference that you're going to see in the headlights is, number one, the style. These things look insane. The four black projectors look downright aftermarket. On low beam with the headlights turned on, you get that large white DRL or daytime running light lit up below the projectors, and 3 of the 4 projectors are turned on. Now when you flip it to high beam, that little single projector in the corner turns on, and that's your only high beam. In my opinion, that's a massive area for opportunity. In just a second, we're going to show you what the low beam and high beam look like against the wall. You'll also notice when you turn it to high beam, your fog light turns off. Built into the headlight is a really unique thing for Toyota, and that's a sequential turn signal. This amber turn signal looks, again, like something very aftermarket. Speaking of fog lights, there are actually these small little white LED strips built into the bottom of the grille or the top of the bumper. Now, all Tundras have this same bumper and this part of the grille, so it doesn't matter which truck you have. If you have the fog lights, they're all going to be the same. In terms of light output and performance, they're really more of an accent than anything else. In my experience driving this thing nearly 400 miles, you really can't tell if they're on or not. It'll be interesting to see if anybody comes up with a brighter fog light or in different colors for this thing in the future. And one of my favorite lighting styles on the front of the new TRD Pro are the 3 LED accent lights at the top of the grille, reminiscent of the Ford F-150 Raptor or the Ram TRX. But it's not just the fact that they're small amber LEDs, because these same little LED assemblies are also on the sides up front in amber and on the sides in the back in red. But look at what happens if you take a closer look with the lights off. There's actually a little TRD logo built onto the circuit board inside these small assemblies. In my opinion, that's a huge home run. Everybody knows that anything TRD is high quality and super cool, and I don't think anybody's taking those off their truck anytime soon. Now let's take a look at the light bar, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is actually called the TRD LED light bar, and it's only available on the grille that comes on the Tundra TRD Pro. So if you have the limited edition, the 1794, the platinum, none of them are going to have this grille with this light bar. It's TRD package only. Now, is it even a very good light bar? It looks cool. It's actually great looking. The factory integration is perfect. It's blacked out with individual projectors with built-in LEDs that largely mimic the style of the factory LED projector headlights. I love the way it looks on the truck, but it's really not your typical light bar. Honestly, it's not very bright at all. It's actually a high beam assist. Here, let me show you how it works. When you're driving the truck around in high beam, you can reach down and push this button that says TRD light bar. That's when the magic happens and the light bar turns on. But look in front of us. You can't really see a meaningful difference in the high beam. You've got a little bit more light up above the beam on the left and up above the beam to the right. But what's the point of that? They're practically spotting squirrels and owls. I don't really need to see that. When I'm thinking light bar, I want to see long distance downrange. In my opinion, this is a huge area for improvement. Hopefully somebody can come out with something that looks as good as this one, but with real off-road performance. There's a lot of cool stuff happening on the front of the truck, but the tail lights on the new Tundra are definitely something to point out. They've got these 3 really long vertical bars built in with red LEDs behind them. It's sort of reminiscent of what you might find on a Lincoln Navigator or a Cadillac Escalade, but these are all Toyota. The coolest part is when I hit the turn signals, they actually have a sequential function. So all 3 light up and then they turn off, going from the inside to the outside, letting everybody know exactly which way you're going. The reverse light is not built into the taillights. It's actually this extra housing down here. When you fire on the reverse lights, they act more like an indicator to everybody else saying, hey, I'm in reverse, than they actually aid the driver. They don't assist a whole lot in helping you see what's going on behind you. They're not very bright, and they've kind of got a bluish tint to them, and neither of those things are what you want for reverse light assistance for you, the driver. If you ever hooked up a trailer or backed up in a busy parking spot at a school or a grocery store at night, or really anything where you had to see where you're going in reverse, you gotta check out the Morimoto Boost Bar. It's this small LED light bar designed to mount right on your license plate. You see it has those two tabs on the bottom. They bolt up to the two screws that hold your license plate in place, and then the wiring is two wires that either connect to the wiring for your reverse light or to the reverse wiring inside the trailer connector. We'll film a full step-by-step install on this in time, but for now, check out the difference. Here you have before the boost bar, and here you have with the boost bar installed. The boost bar creates a huge upgrade in driving safety and comfort at night, and it's an easy upgrade to protect your investment. You have two ways to open the tailgate. The first one is in your standard spot with the tailgate handle. The second way is on the driver's side of the tail light. There's a soft button that opens the tailgate. Inside the bed of the truck, you've got some great white LED lighting. Up built into the cargo light, you've got some really nice LED lighting that's pretty bright, and that actually might be brighter than the actual reverse lights. For the most part, the lighting on the new Tundra is pretty great, and it's miles beyond anything they've done yet. But the stuff that's coming out from different companies for the front of the truck, for off-road lighting, still leaves something to be desired. As soon as some amazing stuff comes out for the Tundras, you'll be sure to find it at headlightrevolution.com.